What up, everybody? My name is Dante. I'm the owner of a fresh culture clothing company, and this is my YouTube channel. All right, welcome back. If you are tuning into my channel for a second or third or whatever time, welcome back. If you're just tuning in for the first time, welcome. I appreciate you stopping by, checking out my video. Hopefully you hit the subscribe button already, the notification button, hit the thumbs up right there as well. Let me know that you like it and everything, but I really do appreciate you guys stopping by, so thank you. And if you are stopping by for the first time and don't know who I am Dante. I am the owner of a fresh culture clothing company, a streetwear brand, streetwear dipped in faith. That means that all of my clothing, the inspiration from my brand is faith-based, and it will always be that way. It's dope clothing, Stay fresh is my staple collection, what I really kick things off with. So that will always be a thing. The streetwear dipped in faith, a fresh culture clothing company. The link to the website is below the video. If I have figured out at some point how to put that link in the video, I have done it already. But anyway, if you don't know what today is August 24th. That is 8/24. What does that mean? That means it is Kobe Bryant Day. 8/24 Mamba Day. With that being said, we are celebrating the life of Kobe Bryant. Nike's been celebrating the life of Kobe Bryant all week. I'm celebrating it today with this video because I am a big Kobe fan. Especially when Mike retired, I became an even more Kobe fan because he was just like Mike in my eyes and a lot of people's eyes. So I really enjoyed watching Kobe over the years grow and become a dominant player, become a killer, become the Black Mamba. You had the Black Cat. Kobe became the Black Mamba, and he just took on a whole life of his own and has fans all over the world, and this thing called the Mamba mentality, where it's just being determined, working hard to achieve what you want to get, no days off, no plays off, go hard, offense and defense. And that was the Mamba mentality. You can get into a whole big old spiel about it, but I don't have a lot of time because I don't want to lose your attention. So into the video, what today is about, what we're going to talk about in this video, and I want you guys to comment as well in the comments. I want to talk about favorite Kobe moments. I want to talk about my Kobe shoes and some of the things I have behind me. So if you can see right here, I have some jerseys right here. I have 8s. I don't have any 24s. For some strange reason, I don't have 24s, but I have 8s. Of course, the gold home Laker jersey. They came out with the Sunday home jerseys, a while back, and I had to get me one of those. I thought those whites were so dope. I used to always say to myself, man, it'd be dope if the Lakers did a white jersey, because Michigan did it. Michigan had the blue, the dark blue, and it had the gold jerseys. And then with the Fab Five, they started doing the white jerseys, which was really, really dope. I was like, man, if the Lakers start doing white jerseys, man, that would be crazy. And they started doing it Sundays only, Sunday home games. But when they did this one, they wore this jersey and put it on sale the next day. I went out on my lunch break and got this jersey. It wasn't even my size. I wear a large, and I ended up getting an XL, which is a little bit bigger, but I wore that joint anyway, So also you can see up here, I got some memorabilia, just a few things here. I got my McFarlane figures, Kobe with the jumper, Kobe on the dunk, wearing the Hirachis. Kobe wore Hirachis. I didn't bring mine down. I have all black Hirachis. I didn't bring them down because they didn't say Kobe. But then you got the 81 point game Kobe figure. I don't know if you can see it, but 81 points January 22nd, 2006. It says it right there. Shout out to McFarlane for making the figures. McFarlane, man, it kind of fell off to me. Kind of fell off in a way to me, because like you started seeing figurines that had the pose of another figurine 2 years prior. I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I was collecting basketball figures all the time, and then started getting repeats of figures in different jerseys. I'm like, this isn't right. So anyway, but I got the Kobe Joints Wheaties box. 2008-09 Laker Championship Wheaties box has not been opened at all. Have no clue if it's worth anything at all. But there are still Wheaties in here, and I'm pretty sure they don't taste good. But Wheaties never really did taste really good. But you know, got that one. Man, Andrew Bynum on here, Jordan Farmar. Dang, this is crazy. This was before Ron Artest. This was their first championship without Shaq. You know, they had Paul Gasol, obviously Derek Fisher, Luke Walton, Shannon Brown. Used to just dunk on folks. Man, Shannon Brown, Lamar Odom, Sasha Vujacic. Of course, Phil Jackson, the greatest coach to ever coach basketball. And some of y'all would say Pop, you know, but Phil is my dude, you know. But anyway, so that's what I have right there. But I want to talk about some Kobe moments. Some of my favorite Kobe moments. One of my favorite moments was a preseason game. Early in his career, I think this is Afro Kobe. You had Afro Kobe, right? You had like young Kobe with the bald head that in the dunk contest. You had Afro Kobe, right? In a preseason game, I think it was at UNLV, and they played the Washington Wizards, and Kobe crossed somebody over at the top of the key. Did that boom, right? Cross him over, dribble 2 steps inside the free throw line, maybe around the dotted lines, off of 1 foot. Boom, don't Ben Wallace. It was so nasty. I mean, I'm like, who is this kid? And he was cocky, just cocky afterwards. It's like, really, dude? But yeah, just cross the top of the key, boom, don't Ben Wallace, future defensive player of the year at that time. But that was bananas. Another favorite play, of course, everybody loves an 81 point. Favorite Kobe moment, excuse me. Everybody loves an 81 point game. Everybody. I remember, again, 81 point. It's the poster behind me, right? And I didn't put that up for the video. This has always been here. This has always been here for years, along with all my Bulls posters. I got the free throw line dunk right there, but 81 points. I remember it wasn't a televised game. It was on League Pass, but it wasn't a like national televised game. It was a Sunday night game against Toronto, right? So I remember waking up the next morning and the news was like, next up after this break, Kobe's historic game. I'm like, oh, I said to my wife, what do you do, score like 100 points or something? They came out from commercials like, Kobe scored 81. I couldn't even believe it. I'm like, how do you score 81 points as a guard? You're a 2-guard, shooting guard, and you scored 81. How did they even allow that to happen, right? So I go to work, and the dude I work with, his name is Don Kelly, huge Laker fan. We're talking back to early Kareem and Magic. We're talking Elgin Baylor, you know, back in those days. Huge Laker fan all his life. And he was like, man, Tay, did you see the game? I'm like, man, it wasn't nationally televised. You know, he got League Pass, so he saw it. And we're just talking about it. I just started watching. I kept looking for highlights, and man, it was. And then I found a bootleg video online somewhere, and I ripped it and put it on DVD. I put it on my old classic iPod, the black one with the wheel that had the video. I put it on there because I would go to the gym and I would put that video on like while I'm on a treadmill or something, and just let it play. And that's, I would do that, you know. I would put on Kobe videos. I'll go to YouTube, put on Kobe videos on my phone, put it on the elliptical or on the treadmill, and I just watch Kobe videos because it's motivation, you know. All the videos, you know, you go type in Kobe and you'll get videos on footwork, whole video of Kobe's footwork. Probably not even shooting the jumper, any shots, just footwork, right? And then you have videos on his post moves and all these things. Kobe's best play against every team, right? Kobe's career best play against every team, things like that, all over YouTube, right? And you get the interviews as well. That's very inspirational because the way he talks, you know, he just talks like, you know, it's like no plays off, you know, everything is a competition. Everything is motivating him, you know, kind of like how MJ, you know, it's like, I took it personal, you know, that's how he is, you know? So, but the 81-point game, and just to see that, like, I think he had like 25 points at halftime. Lakers were losing. This is, oh, dang, who did the freaking Toronto had? They had Jalen Rose, they had Mo Peterson, they had Chris Bosh at that point. Crap, can't remember. I know they had Mo Peterson, I know they had Jalen Rose, but they threw everybody. I think if Sam Mitchell could have went out there and guarded Kobe, he would have. He probably ran out of men, but they were losing at halftime. Second half, it's like Kobe told everybody at halftime, like, look, if you get the ball, just give it to me. It was like that thing from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It's like, get a ball to Will, move out of the way. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, smush, Kwame Brown, don't even think about touching it. Give it to me. And he went completely off in the second half, 81 points. But the crazy thing about that game is prior to that game, I forgot how many games before that, but they played Dallas. Kobe scored 60 plus in 3 quarters. Went to sit down because the Lakers were winning 20 plus points, something like that. Kobe never had to come back in the game. And Brian Shaw was like, dude, why don't you stay in the game? You can get like 80. And Kobe was like, nah, I'll do it a different day. And Brian Shaw was like, a different day? What are you talking about? Is this dude crazy? What do you mean you do it a different day? Lo and behold, 81 points. You gotta be kidding me, right? But one more Kobe moment was game 2 finals against the Sixers. Honestly, I wanted the Sixers to win it. Iverson didn't have he didn't have a talented supporting cast that Kobe had. You know, Kobe had Shaq, Rick Fox, Brian Shaw, Robert Horry. You know, he had a lot of guys, Derek Fisher. You know, Iverson didn't have the cast. He had a lot of great defensive guys, but not a lot of guys who could put the ball in a hole. You know, open for a big shot and could knock it down like Rick Fox could, like, you know, Robert Horry could. You know, he didn't have Shaq in him. He had Mutombo, but Mutombo was a defensive guy, but he couldn't stop Shaq. But game 2, after the Sixers had won game 1 in overtime, game 2 comes along, gets feisty. That's years later. But Kobe and Iverson jawing at each other. I remember Iverson telling them, wait till we get to Philly, you know, and Kobe, you know, basically was like, I'm from Philly, I don't care, you know. So, you know, just jawing at each other, you know. I thought that was really crazy, but the drive, you know, Kobe didn't back down. You got Iverson, who doesn't back down to anybody either, you know, but Kobe doesn't back down to anybody. Doesn't matter, he didn't back down to Mike or anything like that, you know. So those are some of my favorite moments. Another one is the All-Star game. You know, of course, West and East, and he guarded LeBron straight up. And it was an All-Star game, and he was like, you know, put me on Bron, you know, and he D'd Bron up. It was like, it's an All-Star game, bro. But he was like, I'm about to show everybody, I'm the dude, you know. But stuff like that, man, it's just what really, you know, made you enjoy watching him, man. The dunk on Steve Nash, you know, the dunks on a lot of people. The dunks on a lot of people, man. He didn't care, but work hard, man, and just his work ethic was bananas. And, you know, like I said, no plays off, offense and defense, you know. But those are my favorite Kobe moments. Now, let's get to my shoes. Now, my Kobe shoes are not all this pristine, you know, condition, because my Kobe's all had a purpose. They weren't like Air Force Ones to me, or like Jordans, to where you can just rock and style in them and things like that. My Kobe's had a reason, because when I got my first pair of Kobe's, which was a Zoom Kobe 1, right? Zoom Kobe 1. And you can see here, I'll show y'all. I wore these to death. I didn't just walk around the street in them. They never touched concrete. I don't know if you could tell. That's, I don't know, some stuff from the floor or whatever. But they never touched dirt. I always wore them, you know, another shoe into the gym, and I would put these in a bag, hooped in them to death. You can see the toe boxes. You know, I swapped the laces out. They came with a different lace. I believe they were white, but I swapped them out when I bought the shoes. You can see the star, because these came out during All-Star Weekend of 2006. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I hope it's focused. I don't know. I'm a one-man show here, but All-Star 2006, which was around my birthday in February 3rd, so you guys can remember. You know, if you want to, you know, tell me happy birthday, you know, send me a gift card or something. I don't know, but you know, I wore these to death, hooped in them. Very light, mid-cut, you know, but still light. I loved this part of the shoe because, you know, putting on your shoes and getting your heel in there and everything sometimes could be a chore, you know. But they had this hook on there, you know, pull the shoe up on while you push your heel in there, you know. And they had very good support around the ankles. Had a little leather patch in here, but it was where the ankles went. It was like you could feel a little bit of extra cushion in this area, which was pretty nice. But really good hooping shoes. These shoes were really good to me. Had to retire them, but I will never toss them. Never will. I just haven't. I've had them since 06, literally since 06, and I have not tossed them at all. Another good hooping shoe is the Kobe Strong, which was this here. Just changing here. Wow. But this shoe, hooped in this to death as well. Didn't beat it up like the Kobe 1, but I hooped like nobody's business in this shoe. Straight up, you can see here the 2-4, you know, on the strap. Got 2 straps on there. These are the original laces that came with them. Mix of leather and a little bit of suede here. I think this is suede. It's worn down. It could have been suede, but it feels like it could have been another a leather as well. But never touched ground, never touched concrete. You can see the grip on there. I'm pretty sure these are still squeak on the basketball court. The 2-4 as well right there. You know, logo on the back. Got the logo on the tongue as well there. You know, got the sock on the inside, you know, for the extra support. These are really good to me as well. Really good hooping shoes. I enjoyed this shoe a lot. I could probably still hoop in this shoe, to be honest, but my knees, you know, the way my knees work right now is I don't know if I'll be able to do it anymore. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm like the old schoolers who probably just sit out and play and just shoot jumpers and won't play defense until I hit my first shot. You know, I don't know. This shoe, I don't hoop it. I think I hooped in it once, but it wasn't really, I just didn't hoop in it for some strange reason, but I wore them a lot. It was actually a shoe that I just wore, and I think whenever I wore like purple or gold or whatever, I put these on, but I did wear them enough, but I don't think I didn't hoop in them. Original shoelaces. This is the Kobe 5 Pro Tro, which they are releasing more of during this week, during Mamba week. And some really dope colors too, and really dope shoe. You see on the insoles, the 2 and the 4 on the insole. You probably can't see that, but this is a really nice shoe. Very lightweight, very comfortable, but very comfortable lightweight shoe. I like this shoe a lot, and hopefully at the time of this video that I'm posting this, I would have already purchased one of the new Kobe shoes. I want the Unlucky 13s. Those are really dope to me. Yeah, I like this shoe a lot. One of my favorites. Before I get into this other one here, show y'all this Mamba Instinct. This shoe is pretty unique. Right here, I bought my son that color. My son has this color, but it has a what do you call it? A fly weave. So it's not leather at all, you know, which makes it super duper light. It's mega light. For some reason, I never hooped in these too. I bought them to hoop in, but I don't think I ever hooped in them. I always went to the shoe I'm going to show you after this one, because that's my latest Kobe hooping shoe. And it's an older shoe, but I still actually hoop in it. But this one is in really good condition too still. But the one thing about this shoe that I enjoy a lot, that really was different to me than any other Nike shoe that I ever put on, and any other basketball shoe I ever put on, is the insole. Look how thick this insole is. You don't see this in typical Nike shoes. It also has these ripples in the insole, which really feels weird under the foot, to be honest. It feels really weird, but the shoe is mad comfortable though. Mad comfortable. I wear this shoe to work sometimes. After Kobe died, I actually wore this shoe to work a number of times that following week. But this is a pretty good shoe. I'm pretty sure if I was to have hooped in it, it would have been pretty good for me. But this one, this is the one that I've hooped in probably the most since the Kobe 1. What I end up doing is, when I find a good shoe that I like to hoop in, I typically buy that shoe for a long time. So one of the other ones I've done that with was the Iverson. I had a number of Iverson DMX shoes. They're all beat the hell up, just beat up. And I'll probably show y'all that on another video one day, but they're all beat up. Such good hooping shoes. So good, so good. So I did a lot of those, but then I started doing Kobe's. This one is really light as well. This is the Kobe 4. Really, really good shoe. I like this one a lot. The insole is a thin one, you know, still slightly thicker than most shoes, but it's still thin, especially compared to the Instinct. But very good shoe. Black, no purple on here, but you know, black and gold, white, really nice shoe. I really love the design of this shoe, all the details, the lines, and you know, the checkerboard and everything. The original shoelaces, I never swapped them out. These is what came with the shoe. I really enjoyed this shoe a whole lot. Never touched concrete, never touched grass, dirt. Always wore this. Wore a different shoe to the gym, put these in a bag, and then put these on at the gym. They'll probably still squeak as well if I put them on the hardwood. So this is a favorite of mine as well. I enjoy that shoe a lot. So all my Kobe's all just had a purpose, with the exception of a couple of them. And like I said, I got black Huaraches. Kobe had wore Huaraches at one point as well. Good hooping shoes, though for me they were kind of uncomfortable around the ankles, a little too high for me. But they were still pretty good hooping shoes. I think my Huaraches are in pretty decent condition. All black suede, all black. But I enjoy those shoes a lot. Kobe makes, I'm sure he has, as I learned, he is really into the detail of his shoes and is involved in the design process, which I like that. So, yeah, man, just when he passed away, I made this hoodie, and I only wanted to just make it for myself. I didn't plan on making any for anybody else or anything like that, but I made a mistake. Well, not a mistake, but I posted it, and I should have known better that other people will want it, especially right after he died and he's in mourning. And so a lot of people were like, I want that hoodie, I want the hoodie. So I decided to put it on my website and do it as a pre-order. So I only made them as people wanted them. And I got orders from all over the place, LA, here in Illinois, a lot of different places. And it was well received, but I did not want to profit off of Kobe's death. That's something I didn't want to do. So I took the money and I tried to use the money to buy some basketball shoes for a couple of kids, but their parents never got back to me. I reached out to them on social media. A friend of mine had told me a couple kids around the way who I can get some shoes for that could probably benefit from some new basketball shoes, who played, because Kobe hooped. That's what his thing was. I wanted to do that for a kid, but it didn't happen. I ended up, I think, donating it. Maybe a GoFundMe, I think it was. I don't remember. But I did something with the money. I just didn't spend it. But anyway, so that's what this was. You know, put the 24 on one arm, 8 on the other. You know, the gold and purple. you know, and people love this hoodie, you know. Some people still ask me for it, but I'm not making it anymore. Maybe one day I'll do another one. Maybe next Mamba Day, maybe I'll do something special. But yeah, man, huge Kobe fan, and I missed him playing already, but he is missed while not being here. And it was a very tragic day today that I learned that, I think we all learned that him and his daughter passed and died in a helicopter crash with the other passengers. That was a very horrible day. It's a very unbelievable day. And to me, it's still unbelievable to this moment. It's very unreal, you know, and literally, I cried, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you did. You know, a person you never met before, it's crazy to cry over that. My son cried as well, you know. I think the only other celebrity I cried about passing is Prince. I'm a huge Prince fan, and that freaking blew me away. You know, I was at work both times. Same job when they both died. Same job. You know, and when Prince died, I kept getting text messages, like my family texting me, "Are you okay?" You know, I'm like, "Yeah, why?" And it was like, "Well, Prince died." I'm like, "What?" So, but yeah, Prince was a huge basketball fan too. Prince was a huge basketball fan. That the whole Dave Chappelle skit was real. It really was. I mean, it's some fabrication, but it was real. But the day Kobe passed was unreal. Everything after him passing, with all the memorials and everything, was very unreal. Watching Mike get up there and talk and try to compose himself was unreal. And to this day, it's just unreal. I'm filming this video at night, and I don't know if you can hear the cricket outside, but there's a cricket outside. But yeah, so I wanted to give some love to Kobe. It's Kobe week. It's 8/24. So, you know, like I said in the comments, comment what your favorite Kobe moment is. Favorite Kobe shoe. Did you rock it just for style? Did you hoop in it? What did you love the most about Kobe? You know, what was it that inspired you about him? I would love to see that in the comments. You know, please comment that stuff, as well as subscribe, thumbs up, hit the notifications. Of course, I'm trying to get my followers up. I'm new in here. I'm new to the game. But yeah, so that's it for the day. You know, Kobe Day 8/24. Y'all go watch some YouTube videos. Go watch some NBA TV, and it's all about Kobe today, y'all. All right. Until next time, stay fresh. I'm out.